Hello YouTubers, welcome to another episode. Today we've got another beach sprints regatta in the form of the English Beach Sprints Regatta, part of the Four Nations Beach Sprint Regatta series. We're on the erg, we're getting warmed up to start off today because we're getting right into it, onto the first time trial of today, where we're going to have the format of the whole regatta, 2 time trials. Depending how you do on those time trials will depend on where you go in the quarter, semi and finals later on in the day, and of course depending on how the weather turns out too. So let's warm up and get on the water. Okay, he's off. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. Okay, edge of the water, back to the boat, on the seat, well done. Go. Yep. Sorry, big man.
No, that was my fault because I thought that's on the Felipe I would have made it.
Yeah. And that's us finished up the time trial. Perry's here as support crew for the regatta and her first beach sprints regatta. How's it going so far, Perry?
It's gone well, it's a bit chilly, but
I think she's enjoying herself. But for me, that was probably technically the best run I've had. Although one major flaw, I may or may not have went round the buoy the wrong way. So today we're in different boats, Felipe versus a Swift, and the Felipes are a different hull shape and turn a lot easier and adjust. So an arm's only stroke or a quick little dig can really affect where you're pointing, whereas today in the Swifts, that same little dig doesn't really do the same effect. So you have to be aware of what boat you're in, and then when I was trying to make a small adjustment, it would have been fine in the Felipe, but because we weren't in the Felipe or in a Swift today, I understeered essentially and ended up going around the wrong side of the buoy. So in beach sprints, that's a 30-second penalty. So probably not going to do too well in the rankings, but today and for all of the beach sprints regattas we've been doing, it's about getting the experience of racing. So I'm still going to get a time and I'll be able to see how I did relative to everyone else. Just the ranking will be lower because I'll have that 30-second penalty, unfortunately. But for now, on a little bit of a cool down walk, and then we're going to relax. We've got a little bit more gaps versus yesterday between this last time trial and the next one, and then we get back onto water for a second time trial and see how we get on. Hopefully we can make it round all the buoys and do it quickly. Oh yeah! And we're just getting prepared to get out onto the water for the second time trial. Ended up in 13th place because of my 30-second penalty from the slight deviation, missed the buoy like I discussed earlier. So now the top 8 go through to the finals after the second time trial, so it means the pressure's on to go as fast as I can in this time trial. So we're going to get on the water and give it some big ones.
Go, 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 go!
Can you go back far enough?
And that is the second time trial complete. As you probably have seen, I made a couple of mistakes at the start. Didn't quite get my feet in, a couple of little catches. Coming round the boys was better, but like I stayed more continuous, but not quite quick enough. Like I'd have to slow down too much. So unfortunate that I've not got the times yet. It just felt the first run. That first run felt much faster. Obviously, it's changed, so that's a little bit to it. So we'll see what the time will say. But inside my head, I'm thinking not enough to get into the top 8, considering my time penalty in the previous time trial. So for me, I think racing might be finished for today, and then I get to watch again, like yesterday, watch some of the guys that are doing it really well and being able to be really consistent, whereas I'm just not currently being able to be consistent, like getting in consistently well, getting off well, because when I do get in that straight line, when I'm going from point A to B, looking at different times, different splits, it looks like I'm at the very least up at the top end of speed. So the boat speed usually gets there because I'm there. But that's not what beach sprints is all about. It's all about everything else around there. So let's see what the time trials results say when they come out. And we now know the results from the second time trial. Unfortunately, I wasn't in the top 3, so it didn't push me up into the top 8, so that will be my racing finish for today. Unfortunately, I was in, I think, 9th or 8th place for that second one, and between, I think, 5th and 10th was about a second or two, and there's plenty of things I could have done better to gain just those small 2 seconds. But even if I did gain those couple of seconds, I would still have to have gained more to get into the top 8 on average, and I didn't do that, so I can't just go, oh well, if I did this, then this would have happened, because that didn't happen, and we have to deal with the cards we are dealt at the time. So lots of learning, and I would really like to have a good clean run and say, okay, that's where I stand, but that's not the nature of the sport. It is pretty unpredictable, and the better people are able to be more predictable. So that's the aim going forward, but for now, we're getting some side-by-side racing, not for me, but for Sam, Gregor, and all the other athletes here heading into the quarter, the semi, and the finals, where instead of a time trial format going out, round the boy, back, this time it's out, the same slalom, but instead of doing 90 degrees at the top, it's 180 degrees and straight back down, side by side, and then whoever hits the flags at the start/finish line wins and then progresses on to the next round. So a little bit more exciting when you're racing, a lot more going on, and excited to see how the guys and girls that we'll be watching and be seeing do the things better than I've been doing, so I can hopefully show you guys and learn for myself. The conditions are picking up a little bit, but still not too bad, and the sun as well, as it just comes out a little bit on time there, makes a little bit of a difference. So let's see some people go real fast in side-by-side beach sprints here at the English Beach Sprint Regatta. that is the English Beach Sprints Regatta finito. So results, not quite what we would have liked today. Ended up doing some boat handling out there. Conditions picked up significantly, meaning that unpredictability pushed up significantly, making the races where you might think something might happen and something else completely different happens. But been really good experience again, coming down to the beach here in Bournemouth to train for about a week, then doing the trials and today. So just building up the experience over time and learning every single time I'm racing, as well as watching all the people that are doing it better than me and seeing what they do better and seeing if I can incorporate that into what I'm trying to do. For now, we're going to combine the coastal rowing and the flat water rowing together and seeing what we can learn from both sides to make both better going into the flat water season. But there are still some beach sprints regattas coming up to attend. So looking forward to the relatively busy rowing season coming up, but that's for future Yam Squad to look forward to. And as always, if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you didn't, let me know in the comments below why not. And if you aren't subscribed, I would appreciate if you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next episode.